We'll talk football in a minute. We're going to change our sport headline, and talk a bit of UFC, because joining us now in the studio is a man who has a wonderful story and is currently finding things easy, I think it's fair to say, in the octagon. A very good afternoon to flyweight contender, soon to be, in our opinion, champion of the world. Mokaev joins us. Hello, Mohamed. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. You've just taken your glasses off, right? But you look good with them on. Why have you taken them off?
I look like maths teacher.
You look like a maths teacher. Yeah. Imagine those students giving it to you large, and then you go, "Come on, then, let's have some." Yeah. We're really honoured that you've come in to have a chat with us this afternoon. We're big fans of yours, and we're big fans of the UFC as well. From what we understand, you're unbeaten at every level, right? As an amateur and a professional, so you are supposedly the next big thing. You must be very excited about the way your career's going at the moment.
To be honest, right now I have like longest active winning streak in UFC flyweight division, and I think doing not bad for age of 23. I think title is coming very soon. Just have to stay patient.
Your story of how you not just started in the UFC but came over to England and you started training, your story is incredible. Would you mind just elaborating on it and explaining to people listening, maybe to you for the first time, exactly how difficult it's been for you to get where you are today?
I came to UK as a refugee in 2012. Going to school, doesn't know any English. Still don't know proper English. I mean, don't know the culture, don't know the British jokes, which like where I came from in Dagestan, little bit different, like jokes here and then. Now I live here, I understand more. But I used to take everything personal, and I think all this situation with like a refugee status, with like home office and stuff, I think it made me who I am today, strong, made me like a bulletproof like a mind, and all the challenge I think I went through, I'm really, really thankful. It made me who I am today.
You spoke about your journey, and I remember hearing a story about Francis Ngannou and his story, and obviously he came on to become champion of the world. Does it give you guys that little bit extra, that bit of edge, because he did what he did with his journey? You're talking about your journey. Is that what kind of fuels you to become world champion in the UFC?
I think it does. You just want to change your life, change your family's life. You don't want your kids to see same struggles as you've seen. I want to see childhood too, but I have missed it. But if the time passed, I cannot sit and cry about it. I have to move forward and change my family, do something good, and motivate other younger generation to not give up, even if they come from different country. If they move to another country, don't have to be refugee. You can move, like having good family, move to Australia, for example, and don't have your friend zone and have some struggles, in your life. So you never lost. I want to. Now I'm not at this stage. Maybe some people think I'm at this stage to give motivation, but once I take the belt, I think I'm gonna give this message out to around the world.
We'll talk more about you in the octagon in just a moment, but I'm curious, as a 12-year-old, when you came over here, presumably then you weren't thinking, I want to be a UFC cage fighter. How did you get into it? Why did you choose this route?
I chose my father just sent me to Wigan Youth Zone. There's like a youth center.
To where, in Wigan?
Yes, in Wigan.
Yeah.
Quite famous town, right?
Yeah. Why Wigan? How did that come about?
I mean, like home office just send us there.
That's where you're going? Okay.
You're going to Wigan.
Right, okay.
Okay, whatever the decision is, I think it was a good decision.
Yeah, of course.
Because if they send me somewhere where, like, example, London, where's Russian speakers here, I've been comfortable zone, not learning anything what I know so far, finding maybe different friends. But I was there in Wigan on my own, like, no translators, nobody, just basically surviving. Like,
at what age? At 12?
Age of 12, right?
Not on your own?
I'm just with my father, yeah.
Wow.
In Wigan?
In Wigan, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good town. It's a lot of community. I moved to Manchester for a bit later, and I went back to Wigan, actually, because I think it's a good community, small town. People know me there.
Yeah.
And
So how did you get into UFC?
So I started training in wrestling, keep winning like British championships in wrestling like 7 times. and I want to participate in like world championships in Olympics, but I couldn't because I didn't get British passport at that time. So I just didn't want to waste of my career time. I went to MMA, want to somebody beat me, and I trained more, challenge.
But presumably you enjoyed it. It must be in your blood fighting, right? Because if at 12 years old, it's a route I couldn't have taken, right? I just couldn't have done it. It's not in me. But you must have enjoyed it the first
Not
time.
wrong.
I mean, look at these hands. I've never seen a day's work in their
Okay,
life. But you must have enjoyed it from the minute you started fighting. You must have enjoyed it.
I enjoy, and same time I want to have something on my table in my house. You know, I want to earn money. I want to help my father. My father born in 1955, so he helped me a little bit to grow. Now I have to be his sponsor, you know. So I have to look my father. I understand, you know, that he helped me. He brought me to UK. He's like everything to me, and eventually I have to be his sponsor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look after him. Parents for me is number one in my culture, and I have to do something. I didn't want to be in same situation, be like on a refugee, £5 a day benefits. I want to be something different. I didn't want to be delivery driver. I didn't want to be taxi driver. Telling my kids I came all the way from Dagestan to UK to be like, I don't disrespect like delivery driver, but you can't, in this country you can achieve so much things. The gates open for you. You can be great even. So you can tell your kids that you achieve something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who came from Dagestan is another great fighter, Khabib. Now, do you have much contact with him? And look what he's gone on to achieve, one of the best UFC fighters ever. Is that the route that you want to take? And is he someone you looked up to?
100%. I think he's a great model inside and most important outside of octagon, because now these days everybody can hold the champion belt. But what you do outside of octagon, he doesn't promote alcohol, he doesn't party, he gives back to community, he does a lot of charities. I think he's a great example, and I can easily say if you have a kid, this is the people you have to show as a role models.
Your last fight was against Alex Perez. That was at the beginning of March, so just over 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
What's next for you? Because you should be number one contender, right? You should be getting a title shot. But my understanding is that Dana White hasn't okayed that, vetoed that one. Is that right?
It's not like Dana White, it's a matchmaker.
Okay.
They told me before the fight, if you finish Alex Perez, you're fighting for the belt.
Right.
I didn't finish Alex Perez. I didn't feel well in the morning on the fight. I know, like, casual fans, they don't care how you feel. This, like, they will say it's excuses. But I just getting out there, it's not just me. 95% of the fighters does go well in a training camp, going into fight, not really 100%. It was me that fight day. I just have to beat myself.
So you won on a decision in that fight?
I won unanimous decision.
But you didn't, when you say finish him, you didn't sort of knock him out?
Didn't knock him out, didn't beat him, but some spectacular, you know. UFC is more highlight.
Boom.
Yeah, it says instead of sport anymore, you know. They want more drama, more. Sometimes I'm quiet guy, sometimes I'm crazy, but they give opportunity to rank number 10. Steve Irsig, who has only 3 fights in UFC. I have more finishes in UFC than his fights in UFC. I don't know why they done this, but what me and my team decided, I'm fighting everybody in this division. They can't delay, but they cannot deny my destiny.
How hard is that? Because you're 12-0. You're beating everyone who's in front of you. You're ranked number 1. You're expected to fight for the title. You don't get it. How hard is that then for you to kind of go, okay, and keep your composure? Because I'm sure a lot of people will be angry thinking they've earned the right for the title. They haven't got given it. But how are you in your head? Are you just like, okay, I'll just keep doing what I've got to do?
I was angry. First couple, like 6-7 hours, I'm angry, texting my team on a group chat. I said, what this guy is doing? And they're like, your time will come. I said, what are you talking about? My time, like getting angry. My team
now.
as well. What do you mean my time getting? And they're like, you're 23 years old. You know, the champion Pantoja been in UFC so long. He just become recently champion. He's 33, 34. So, but I believe I can beat them. You know, I believe I have everything. I always confident, go inside the cage. I look always prepared, but I'm angry. But you know, so many things are gone through my life. After hardship, it become easy. You have to sometimes relax, work out, be thankful what you have at the age of 23, ranked number 7 in the world, undefeated, 35 fight winning streak.
Wow.
And my family doesn't need anything. I look already after my family, not just my family, my friends, my team. And relax, calm down. It's hard, but
it will come.
Who cares? Just have to go, keep going.
Well, listen, thank you for coming in. Are you training at the moment? Because it's Ramadan, right?
Yes, it's Ramadan.
So when do you eat and when do you drink?
From like 5-6 p.m. till like 4:50 a.m. I drink
in
and
the
eat.
morning. So you wait. You wake up. Are you setting your alarm so you can take on fluids and eat?
I go now back to Wigan. I run.
You're not running to Wigan, are you?
No.
Okay. Right.
I gonna do some running.
Yeah.
Eat. And then I don't sleep till morning. I go to mosque, I pray.
Okay, all right.
And Andy said he would love to come to Wigan and train with you, like martial arts.
Welcome, brother. Anytime.
I'm not Andy. That's Andy. It's tradition for UFC fighters to come in and show us their favourite move on Darren Bent. Will you do that for us?
Anytime, brother.
Take him down, I think that's what I'm saying. Take him down. Listen, we're huge fans of the UFC. We get very excited when certainly big names like yourself come into the studio and share a 15, 20-minute chat with us. So really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for that. When are you next fighting, before I let you go? Do you know when your next fight is?
I heard there's like UFC coming to Manchester in July.
Yes, we hear that as well.
I'm ready. I don't need to don't send me contract to UFC. I'm just sign for me. I'm there, you know. I'm just gonna be there.
Okay, maybe it'd be in Wigan.
In DW Stadium.
Right. Why not? One day.
Why not?
For the belt.
Yeah, everything is possible.
It is indeed. Well, you've proved that, certainly with your journey so far. Thank you so much. A real pleasure.
Thank you.
And a reminder, don't forget, everyone, that talkSPORT's brand new MMA YouTube channel is live. And we are kicking off in styles. Adam Catcher is joined for an exclusive interview with the biggest name in the sport, Conor McGregor. So search for talkSPORT's MMA YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.